Last night, my sleep was cut short by a phone call that came from an unknown number. The ringing woke me up. I scrambled to the phone and looked at the time. It was 3:05 a.m. I looked down at the blindingly bright light of my smartphone. The call was coming from an unknown number. My decision-making wasn't the best in that moment, and I decided to pick up. Hello? Who is this?
Hi, mister. My name is Stacy.
This caught me off guard. The person was a small child, judging by the voice. I sobered up in a second and perked up my ears. Hi, Stacy. Honey, are you okay? Why are you calling me?
He said I can't talk to anyone, or I would be punished.
Her voice sounded shaken up and she was crying. Who told you that? Your father?
No, the man that took me to his house and said it was my new home, and that my parents gave me to him. I haven't seen my dad in a year. He never lets me go out of the basement. He gave me this phone today and said I can play games, but I opened the contacts and your number was the only one there.
It sounded like she had been kidnapped, but I tried to remain calm, trying my best not to frighten her even more. I took out my backup phone and dialed 911. The dispatcher picked up in a second, and I told her just to listen. I held the phone up close and continued to talk to Stacy. Can you tell me your last name and your parents' number?
My last name is Martin. I don't really remember my dad's number, but I do know 3 numbers. 203.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Just stay on the line with me, okay? I hope the dispatcher was paying close attention and collecting the information, searching the database for a missing child by that name. Stacy's voice suddenly came through again, even more scared than before.
He's coming now. I can hear him.
A loud bang came from the room and Stacy started screaming, and on top of all that, I heard this deep voice shouting,
"You little bitch."
There was a commotion, and then silence. Officers visited my home the following morning and took my statement. They had identified Stacy's parents, and it turns out that she had been missing for a year. After being abducted from her bedroom in the middle of the night, I waited up for the next several nights, praying that she would call me again. But she never did. The one thing that especially worries me is why the abductor had my number, and why I was his only contact.